Hello, hello. Ah, happy Tuesday. I literally feel like I'm just so excited. It's like the first, I know fall happened a few days ago, but this is like the first real day of fall where it's like I woke up and my house was 67 degrees and it's just like nice and crisp. So, for those of you that are also having a beautiful fall day, I want to welcome you to the Alexis podcast. We got here now at what I want to get a chance to talk to you about. We are hosting a masterclass on October 9th. It is four ways to rediscover the six-figure earner within. And for those of you that are waiting and having a change and you're ready to do something, you're ready to take what you have, that dream, and take it from I'm thinking about it to I'm doing something about it, feel free to just put 2024 in the chat because I will go ahead and send you that link. I'm super excited about this class that we're going to be doing, and really just so that we can start our 2025 off on the best foot possible. For those of you, if this is your very first time tuning into this podcast is designed to help you get some clarity and some direction for what has been on your heart this whole time. Because so many of us, especially as we go through life and we hit year by year, decade by decade, there are parts of us that we just take by the wayside. And there's parts of us that we just kind of let go. And I just want to use this time to remind you that like those dreams are on your heart for a reason. And to honor that is the best way that you can honor yourself, because ultimately we all came here for something, as like in our soul suits, like we're these infinite beings that came here for something. And if you're over there going, dang it, man, like, is this all there is? That answer is no, because you wouldn't have come here for, is this all there is? And just getting in tune with yourself so that you're able to make that next decision, you're able to make that next move, you're able to make that next choice for yourself, for your family, for your future. And just know that I'm here for you and I'm here for it. I think that that is a 10 out of 10 decision. I'm doing that stuff the same, and we're going to be going through it together. And so tonight I want to hop right in and talk about, snapping out of it, because especially as we kind of get, depending on where it is you work, you kind of get in that last quarter of the year and you've got all these deadlines and all this stuff to do. And then there's the holidays, and there can just seem like all of this stuff, because then there's all your daily stuff you have to do on top of it. And it can just seem really overwhelming. And so it's like, if you find yourself in this place where you're just like everything is building up, like it's about to be bubbling over, I just want to give you some tips to kind of navigate through that, but also to have some introspectiveness to say, hey, maybe this isn't in my highest, greatest good. Maybe I need to be walking away from that or going in a new direction or readjusting. And so the first thing we got to do, we've got to breathe. And we forget that so much. And I don't even think we fully realize how much shallow breathing we might be doing when really we're just breathing in and out the same air over and over again. And so for those of you that are joining live or on the replay, let's just, because some of you have been holding in a deep breath for a while. And it's okay to start the process of letting that go, of releasing that, of getting that out of your body. Because whether it's stress or anger, whatever it is, our body holds on to that, not just in our breath, in our body. One of the things they talk about is they'll say that disease is actually dis-ease. So it's dis-ease in your soul suit. And what we're doing is manifesting itself in illnesses or cancer or whatever it is. And so let's just take that moment again and release it. One of the things that I sometimes envision, and I would do this even when I would get a pain when I was running, your girl not running no more, but when she was, and I would just imagine taking this deep breath and having almost like this golden light flush through my body, kind of wrap around what was hurting. And then when I would exhale, I would just push it out. And so for those of you that are holding on to that anger, that stress, this discomfort, breathe that out. Find where it is in your body if you can. I hold a lot of tension in my back, in my shoulders. I feel like also in my hands sometimes, and just imagining that light flushing it out so that you can start fresh and start safe. Because when our mind is clear, our choices become easy. When we don't know and everything is just react, go, we're making reactions out of I have to, instead of saying, okay, what is in my highest, greatest good? What is best for me? What is my next right move? Because if you live your life reacting to everything, it's gonna be really hard to have a proactive experience of your life and to plan for it when you're just uh, going with the next thing that's jumping up. The next thing I want to do is talk to you about is what I'm doing urgent or important? And setting a list of your tasks for the day, because there are so many things that make itself into the urgent category that they just smother what is the most important to us. And what's important to us are things like our family, our health, our health, our whole totality of health, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And we can set those things for the back burner to hit that deadline, to do the dishes, put in that one more load of laundry. We got to clean. Oh, we got to do this. We got to do this. And just really saying, if we spend our whole life in the urgent category, we're right where I just said we were. We were in that reactive state. But if you can make a list of saying, hey, these are the things that are important to me that I want to accomplish today, and starting your day prioritizing those, then you'll find out that load of laundry, it'll be there tomorrow. You can do it tomorrow. Unless it's your last pair of pants, then I would certainly definitely get those in. Or if they're not too dirty, wear them again. But stop putting you on the side burner, which is the no burner. Like you're just not doing anything. It's kind of like you're setting it on the counter, but you're never cooking it up. Give yourself that chance to prioritize yourself. I've talked about this quote before, but Jim Carrey talks about like depression and anxiety as your avatar giving you signs that you don't want to be doing this anymore. And so after you take that breath, if you're still feeling that like that discomfort, that anxiety, that sadness, ask yourself, like, am I aligned with who I want to be? And I think so easy we do it like, oh, let me put that to money. Let me put that to these physical things I have. No, in your mental being, in your physical being, in your emotional and your spiritual being, are you aligned with where you're wanting to be? And if not, let's start making changes. Now, if you need to change absolutely everything or you feel like you do, it's not happening tomorrow. And it's also not happening all at once. One of the things that Oprah says that I love is she says, you can have it all, but you can't have it all at the same time. You have to prioritize. You have to go in and pick what that's going to be for you. And it doesn't matter what that is. What makes you the most excited? What makes you the most happy? Because one of the things that I am thinking about in this season of my life, and I'm really mulling over and really trying to prioritize. Don't let the best of you get the rest of you. What does that mean? That means that the things that are the most important in your life, for me, that would be my husband, our family, that little baby, my puppies, my family, vacations, feeling creative, being able to design, being able to give back to me. That's the best of me. And sometimes, especially when I got a long day at work, long, hard days at work, I'm giving what's the best of me, just the rest of me. So I'm giving it like the scraps of myself. And I'm giving the best of me to the place where I'm replaceable. I was thinking about that a lot this weekend, is it's like we'll do so much for our job and so much to make sure that's all lined up. But why are we giving the best of us to the first place that we are replaceable? Why are we giving the best of us to the first place we are replaceable? You know who I'm irreplaceable to? My family, my friends, myself. If I don't take care of my soul suit, I don't get to be on the planet anymore. I don't get to keep playing this game. But I can find myself giving the best of me to the thing that if I'm not there in 2 weeks, they'll have somebody else. And it's just another cog in the wheel. And we all need jobs. We all have things that we need to be able to make money for. But why does it deserve the best of you and the places in life where you are absolutely irreplaceable, getting the scraps of who you are. And when you think about that for a second, why is 100% of me or 95% of me going to the place where they can just sub somebody else in? They can't sub in a new mom or a new sister or a new best friend or a new daughter, or for me, a new dog mom. They can't do that. So stop giving the scraps of you to the things that are the most important to you. You're so tense and wondering why. Well, you're kind of divided on where you're supposed to be. I get it. We all have to make a living. But don't let the rest of you be for at the tail end. Find a way to make it both. You have to find a way to do it both. And here's the cool thing, women. I love this about women. We can do 15. My day starts probably very similar to yours if you're a mom, and it is like a goddamn confetti cannon of things, of tasks, of to-dos. It has emerged and none of those can hit the ground. And you know what? I catch them all. Women can do that. It's like we're made of magic that way, because we can see them all and we know how to plan. When I talk to my husband, sometimes I'll talk about, like, when I see things, it's like a little crime board. It's like, and I can see all of the moving parts and what I need to move forward and what I need to move around. And we forget how powerful we are at doing that. But also, why do we only give the best of us when it's for somebody else? For those of you out there that are looking to start your own business, to start your own path, to forge your new passion for whatever that is and bringing it to life, I just can't find the time to do it. I don't know, if anything, if I'm ever going to find the time. You know what's shitty about that? If your freaking boss gave you a deadline for it, and I'm not here to judge you. I bring that up because I'm dealing with that right now. I'm going through that where I'm like, man, if I had to do this for my job, it'd be done. But since I'm doing it for my passion, I'm finding things like the dishes that what deserves the best of you and what gets the rest of you. And you need to prioritize, because I know you can do it. Because women, we are made of freaking magic. And we forget that sometimes because we got all those tasks weighing us down. But I love that about us. The other thing I want to talk about is it just one hard day? Like right now for work, budgets are due. We're doing millions of dollars worth of budgets and we're sending them off and they're stressful. It's a stressful day. I can feel the tightness and burning in my chest, and it is just a shitty day. And you know what? Tomorrow, probably another one. Friday, not looking that good either, But it's just those things are going to be. But I tell you, if you don't choose ahead of time, if you do not choose ahead of time, the day will choose for you. And I swear to you, if the day chooses for you, you ain't doing that important stuff. You are doing that urgent stuff and the stuff that brings business and that tightness and that urgency of like, oh my God, I got to get all this stuff done. So you need to set yourself up for success the night before, the morning before. If your day gets in front of you, afternoon, you've got to find a way to say, this is what I'm doing that's important, and this is what I'm filling in, and then this is what I'm filling in, and this. When I was first working as business manager in property management, I had taken over a site that was unbelievably stressful. It was all these rules, all of these things to do. And I remember telling the person I was working with, listen, this boat is moving and it's going to move every single day. And there's some stuff that's going to fall off that boat. So in this season of your time where you are choosing your family, there's some stuff going to fall off the boat. And that might be dishes, laundry, setting up all these hangouts and things you got to do. But that's okay. Because you know what? You can always turn around and get them. Or they'll just wait for you. My laundry, It's there for me every day. It's going to be there. And I want to be the person to tell you it's going to be there. But someday, the things that are most important to you, they won't be. Cody Johnson has a whole song about that. And the other thing is this making you happy? You know, one of the things is my husband and I were re-embarking on some things is, am I happy? Do I feel peace? Do I feel joy? And not because I'm the best at it, because you can be the best at something and just hate it. And you can also be starting something new and be not very good at it and just give up because it feels uncomfortable. That is the time you have to go and dig in. And that's why I'll leave you with this last point. What can you look forward to? Be like a big fancy vacation. It may not be, but when you're setting through the course of your day, at the end of the day, what's one for me, it can be curled up reading. I've been reading while Jordan is napping and reading books that I love. And he's asleep. I'm just kind of, reading away. And what can those be? What adventures? Now that fall is in the air, is there a corn maze? Or for you spooky people, a little haunted house? Is there something you can do in your community where you can bring yourselves together and again have something to look forward to? Because life is stressful and it's not stressful all the time. And if it is, you need to ask yourself, am I in the right place? And make your next right move, or you'll justify why you're scared and why you just have to stay in the exact same place because it's never going to happen for you. When, girl, it's never going to happen for you if you don't believe in you. It's not like when you're little kids and you want something to happen and your parents can just put together this magic. You're grown up. You have to be the magic. And if you're a mom, you got to be the magic for everybody. And I know that that gets so heavy to have to try to do all of that stuff. But I'm here to assure you, we are made from the stars itself. And that is a fact. And so on the days you don't feel like shining, take a breath, take a step back, figure out what's most important, take a bath, wipe off all that little dirt that's making you not believe, and refocus. Because you are the magic. Women, we are the magic. We can do anything. We can create small humans. We can create big companies. We can run for president. We can vote. We can do literally the best of you to you. Because so many times we'll work harder at our job than we will for ourselves. And this is a time, girl, if you don't show up for yourself, nobody's going to for you. And if you're needing help with that, if you need some direction, if you need some clarity, if you need a plan, October 9th, 7 p.m., I'm hosting a class on how to rediscover that within you. If you're asking yourself, why can't I just get it together? Or if you're asking yourself, bet on you, bet on me, October 9th. Let's get together and let's do this thing. You guys, I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.